Hi there. My name is Deb Avra, and I'm an instructor here at our local community college. And I have something I wanted to share with you. I recently finished a project that I've been working on for over a year, and it is writing a book. Yes, writing a book. It is entitled What We Should Have Learned in High School About Money, Sex, and Marriage. It is we because hindsight's 2020, right? These are the life lessons that I have learned over the years. And I'm not going to tell you how many years, but over the years, and I've put them all into this one book. Some of the life lessons I learned, boy, I sure wish I had learned in high school. So once again, hindsight is 2020. So you need to learn from what I have learned, right? Right. Okay. So the first part of the book is on money. Okay. If I had known some of the lessons in here in high school, I would so have done many things differently. All right. The first chapter is on compounding interest, and that's the chapter that you guys need to pay real close attention to if you want to be rich when you retire. That's going to give you the opportunity to have that kind of money when you retire. And yes, I said retired. I know you guys are in high school or you're in college and you're thinking, retired? What is she talking about? I am way too young to be worried about retirement. No, you're not. Read the chapter and you're going to find out what I'm talking about, okay? Time is going to be the crucial factor for you at that point. There's another chapter in there on, well, what you do with that money, since you're going to be saving it for a certain length of time. So there's a chapter on IRAs, Roth and traditional, and which way you should go. Great chapter. There's another chapter on how to buy a house. It gives you a lot of the terminology that the bankers and the real estate agents are going to be using. So you're not going to be caught off guard. You're going to get a lot of the good basic information that you need to know when you go to buy a house. And it's also got some great hints on how to save literally tens of thousands of dollars off the total interest that you pay for that house. Okay, great chapter. Another chapter on how to buy a car. Okay, I know you go to the car lot, you find the car you want, you take the deal that they offer you. No. Okay, this chapter the car dealers are going to hate me for, all right? But this chapter is going to put you in charge, right? You're going to be in charge of what you pay, where you get your loan, how long you want the loan for, and things like that. Don't fall for a lot of their gimmicks and things like that. So read that chapter, go armed and ready when you get ready to buy a car. So great chapter. Let me see, what else is in the first part? Credit cards. How many of you coming out of college or in college are being bombarded with credit card offers? My husband just finished college not too long ago, and we were still getting credit card offers to the parents of. I asked him if he wanted to send it to his parents. He said no, that was okay. All right, so credit cards, how to handle it, how to build good credit. Got to have good credit if you're going to be able to buy the house and even get that car that you want at a good interest rate. All right, so don't abuse those. Learn about how to handle them in the book. The second part of the book is on marriage, love, and sex. Great chapters. Okay, a lot of what's in these chapters, some people may not actually even agree with because, again, these are my life lessons, all right? But I've been married twice, so I can talk a little bit about it, okay? The marriage and love chapter gives you some hints on how to have a successful marriage, okay? Why does love change? Well, it's supposed to, so read about that. Most of us don't realize coming out of high school that love is supposed to change, all right? It is, and it does, and so read about it, all right? Great chapter. Chapter after that is divorce and remarriage. Been there, done them both. I'm in my second marriage, but it's tough, okay? And it's tough along the way. So, the remarriage part of it, though, you've got to deal with stepkids, blended families, ex-in-laws, new in-laws, things like that. So in those chapters, I give you some of the hints of how to have a successful second marriage, because I've got one, and it's working really well. So read that chapter. Chapter after that, sex and communication. Great chapter. I just got some feedback on that from somebody who's recently read the book. They were amazed and surprised and shocked and didn't know half the things that were in there. So that chapter, I've got it with sex and communication because, in my opinion, the two go hand in hand. I think you've got to have good communication if you're going to have a good sex life with your partner, okay? So read about it, learn where some parts are on your bodies. Why do our bodies do what they do? It's got a few hints on how to spice up your sex life if it's gotten a little bit boring. So good chapter, but communication is really the key on that one. So read about it, you'll learn a few things. Okay, the last chapter on the book is just simply attitude counts. I'm not going to say much about that. I just want you to read it and get it, because that's really what it's going to be all about, is just reading it and getting it. So anyway, that's my book. My last name is on the board. You can go to lulu.com and you can actually download it for under $8. Okay, very cheap. All right, if you want a hardback, it's going to cost you a little bit more. But again, you can download it for under $8. And I guess that's pretty much it. Oh, except Ellen DeGeneres, if you're watching, girl, you're on my vision board. Call me.